back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about my Blu-ray collection that I have right here. And this is only the Blu-rays. I actually had so many of them, I didn't think I'd actually fit them all on screen, because I just bring them all over to like this desk right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and just go through all like my Blu-ray movies. Now I have never done anything like this before, so I just decided to give it a shot, So this is all like my entire Blu-ray movies collection. Now some of these are even like 4Ks, because like a lot of the 4Ks come with Blu-rays, And I'm probably surprised I missed more, because I actually have more DVDs than this, but this is just the Blu-rays, but my DVDs is actually more than this, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to just get into this right now. Alright. Okay, so right now I'm going to actually start my Blu-ray collection right now. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't even know how many exactly that I do have, but I'm going to just go through them. Now, most of them are in alphabetical order, but some of them I kind of like left alone. And I try to keep like the franchises together too. That's why I know they're not complete in alphabetical order. Because like certain film series I try to keep together, even like the sequel had a different title. I would still actually probably keep it with it for and I even kind of got like a lot of the like some of the franchises like together, even though like they're not in alphabetical order. But I'm gonna try to stay in alphabetical order, But the first one I have right here is this is After Earth. Right here. I saw this in the theaters too, but I actually got this on video too as well. I thought this was pretty good, like Will Smith and his son, Jaden Smith, So yeah, I have this on Blu-ray. Now the next one up on this is one of my all-time favorite films. That of course is the original Alien, Ridley Scott's film, Now this is actually like the 4K version too as well, and this is kind of new too, which this celebrated like 40th anniversary of, so this was released like last year. If I remember correctly, right? So yeah, this also has a Blu-ray in it too as well, But this is one of my all-time favorite films right here, I actually did get to see this in the theater recently too. They were celebrating like the 40th anniversary of this, and I went and saw it. Now, next on my list is the actual Alien Anthology, which has like the first 4 Alien films, like Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection, all on Blu-ray with like tons of features. Now I only seen Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection in the theaters, I never got to see Aliens in the theaters, not even like in a Phantom event, not even like that, And next up is Alien Covenant, which I saw in the theaters too. Then also have a Prometheus. See, like this is an example of one I was talking about. This doesn't have like A in it, but it still is like part of the Alien franchise. So I actually just kept that with the Alien films, being it's like the actual prequel to like the Alien film series, So I actually kept it with it. Next I have The Amazing Spider-Man, which I thought was awesome. I saw this in the theater too as well, Then also have The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Which I saw in the theater. I thought this was pretty good. I know it's like underrated, but I saw this like in the theaters. I thought this was pretty good though, I know a lot of people can't stand this one, But yeah, I thought this was pretty awesome though. I liked this. Now here's an example of what I'm talking about too. I also have a Spider-Man Homecoming. See, that's not really connected to those, but it's a Spider-Man film. So that's why I actually just put it right here. So this is Spider-Man Homecoming on Blu-ray, and I saw this in theaters. Then also have a Spider-Man Far From Home. Saw this in theaters and I thought this was pretty good, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Saw this in the theaters too as well. Pretty good, Then up next I have Annabelle, which I have on Blu-ray. See, Then I also have now here's an example again, I'm gonna stop saying this because I know it's kind of getting like repetitive. But here's like the Conjuring I have on Blu-ray, which is the first one, and also have the Conjuring 2 on Blu-ray too as well. Now those are C-title films, but they are actually connected to the Annabelle, so that's why I actually kept them like that, Then also have the Claymore. This is like an anime right here. This is one of my favorite animes. I got the complete Claymore series right here, as you can see. Because that's like the protagonist of the series known as Claire. And it's an anime, I really am a huge fan of this too as well. And this is the complete series. Like on Blu-ray, it's like on 2 discs, Then I also have Argo right here. Now I must admit, I have not watched this one, so I actually have more movies here that I haven't even watched yet. I haven't even looked at this with Ben Affleck. And I know it's supposed to be real good, but I haven't even looked at it. Then also have Assassin's Creed, you know, which is based on the video game franchise. One of my favorite gaming franchises. I saw this in the theaters too. I enjoyed this too. And here's Collateral Damage with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I saw this in the theaters. I thought this was pretty good. Then here's another anime known as Darker Than Black, which I have. And this is the complete. Well, actually, this was like the second season, I think, but it wasn't really that many episodes, not like the first season, because I have the first one too, but it's on DVD, you know. So yeah, this is pretty cool too. I'm a fan of this anime too as well, Darker Than Black. Then I also have Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, which I saw in the theaters too, you know, like a Phantom event. And here's another one that I have that I haven't watched. This is the Dragon Ball Evolution movie, which is like the live action like Dragon Ball film, you know. I have not seen this at all, and I have it on Blu-ray, you know. And then here's Into the Dragon, one of my favorite films, who is Bruce Lee, you know, and this is on Blu-ray. Then I have the spaghetti westerns, like Clint Eastwood, A Fistful of Dollars. Then I have For $3 More. Then I have the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Next is another one of my all-time favorite films, which is the original Halloween. This is actually my all-time favorite movie, you know, that I have on Blu-ray. I've had this so many times, like even like on VHS and like in DVD, you know. So yeah, here's my actual all-time favorite movie is Halloween right here on Blu-ray. Then I have another version of Halloween right here on Blu-ray too as well. This is the 35th anniversary edition Blu-ray. Then I also have the actual 4K on Blu-ray, and I actually did get a chance to see this in theaters a couple of times. You know, like doing like some of those like Phantom events. I actually did get to see this film like in theaters a couple of times. This is my all-time favorite film right here, Halloween. Even though I prefer the science fiction genre, you know. Now up next I have Halloween 2 Collector's Edition on Blu-ray. Then also have another Halloween 2. This is the 30th anniversary edition right here on Blu-ray. Then also have Halloween 2018. I saw this in the theaters, you know. Had this on 4K and Blu-ray. And then up next I have Inception on Blu-ray, and I saw this in the theaters too, you know. Pretty good film. Up next is the original Jurassic Park Trilogy, which has like the first 3 Jurassic Park films, like Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park 3 on Blu-ray. Then also have oh yeah, and I did see all these in the theaters too. I saw all 3 Jurassic Parks like in the theaters. And I also have Jurassic World, as you can see right here. Now I could have swore I had Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom on Blu-ray too, but I'm not sure, you know. I can't find it right now. I know some of them I think even missing, you know, because you know you let people hold them and they don't return them and stuff. But I also have Justin Bieber, Never Say Never, and I saw this in the theater too as well. Then I also have Lights Out, saw in theaters. Then also have the original Predator on Blu-ray, you know, one of my all-time favorite films. Saw this in the theater too with my parents. They took me to see this back in 1987. Also have The Raid. This is an awesome like martial arts film. It's also a sequel to this too, but I haven't seen it, you know. But this is The Raid, and this is actually like the original Raid, but the one that I have is called The Raid Redemption. 'Cause I think that's what they call it, the actual American version of it. But this is actually the original film, because I think over there, like in like Asia, I think, or wherever it is, you know, it's actually only called The Raid. Pretty good film. And here's the Rambo Trilogy, which has like the first like 3 Rambo films. I have First Blood, First Blood, well, Rambo First Blood 2, and Rambo 3 like on Blu-ray. Then also just Rambo, like the 4th film in the series, I saw this in the theaters. Then the recent Rambo film, Rambo Last Blood, I saw this in theaters. Then also have Resident Evil Vendetta. This is the actual CGI animated film based on like the video games, you know. I actually saw this in the theaters. It was like a Phantom event where they had this like playing for like a couple of days only. I got to see this too. This is awesome. I thought that was pretty cool. Then also have the original Robocop trilogy on Blu-ray too, which has like the first Robocop, Robocop 2, and Robocop 3 like on Blu-ray. I saw all 3 of those. Like, well, the first Robocop I saw at the drive-in, you know, but the other 2, like 2 and 3, I saw in the theaters, you know. And here's like the unrated version of the original Robocop on Blu-ray. Then also have the original Terminator. This is one of my all-time favorite films right here on Blu-ray too as well. Then another of my all-time favorite films. This used to be my all-time favorite film, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. And this is the Skynet edition on Blu-ray that I have. Then here's the 4K version, Blu-ray version of Terminator 2: Judgment Day. This is when it was re-released in 3D. Then also have Terminator Genesis on Blu-ray too as well. Then of course the recent Terminator, Terminator Dark Fate on Blu-ray. Oh yeah, I saw Terminator Genesis in the theaters too as well. Even Dark Fate I saw in the theaters too. And Terminator 2, I actually saw Terminator 2 2 times, like when it was actually released in theaters. I saw this 2 times in the theaters back then. Then I also saw like, the 3D version too in theaters. Then up next I have the Friday the 13th Blu-ray collection, like the original 8 films, like from Friday the 13th to Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. And these are full of like features too. It's not only the movies, these actually have like features on them too, like tons of features, you know. So I have that, you know. Then I also have Crystal Lake Memories right on Blu-ray too as well, because they also have like a book of this too. This is actually based on the actual book, you know. Then I also have this right here just came to 4K. This is Jaws, you know, right here on the 4K. It even has like a collectible book with it too as well. So this is actually the 4K version, you know, but it has a Blu-ray with it too as well. And this is one of my all-time favorite films too as well. Then I also have Star Wars right here too as well, like the complete saga. This right here has like the first 6 films like in the series, like the three prequel films and like the original trilogy. So you have Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, to Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, in this set right here. Then I also have Solo, a Star Wars story on Blu-ray right here too as well. Saw in the theaters, you know. Also have Rogue One, a Star Wars story on Blu-ray. Saw this in theaters. Also have Star Wars: The Force Awakens, you know, on Blu-ray too as well, you know. Saw in the theaters, you know. Also saw I have Star Wars: The Last Jedi, you know, on Blu-ray. Well, this is 4K too as well. Saw this in the theaters too. Then also have Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker too as well. This is also the 4K Blu-ray version. Saw this in the theaters too. And yeah, I did get to see the original trilogy in theaters too, like the special editions. I actually saw those when they had re-released them, like when it was celebrating the 20th anniversary of Star Wars Episode 4: New Hope. I actually saw that special edition trilogy in the theaters too, and of course I saw the prequels in the theaters, you know, too as well. Alright. Okay, next up is the now these are actually kind of collected. These are like a lot like the DC like superhero type films like Batman and so on, you know. So here's the Batman the movie that I have right here on Blu-ray. Then I also have The Dark Knight Rises, like on Blu-ray too as well. I saw this in the theaters, you know. Also have the complete television series of Batman, you know, from the 60s, like the Adam West and Burt Ward, you know. Now these Excuse me, these are not in any order, you know. I also have Birds of Prey, the Harley Quinn, you know, movie, right? And the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Have that on Blu-ray. Joker on Blu-ray too as well, you know. Oh yeah, I saw both of those like in the theater too as well, like Harley Quinn and the Joker, you know. Also have the Man of Steel on Blu-ray, saw this in theaters. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, saw this in the theaters too as well. The Suicide Squad, you know, saw this in theaters. Wonder Woman, saw this in the theaters, you know. Justice League, you know. Saw this in theaters, and this is actually the 4K version too as well. For some reason I got this on 4K too as well with Blu-ray. Here's Aquaman on Blu-ray, saw this in theaters. Oh yeah, and Justice League too. And Shazam, I have on Blu-ray, saw this in the theaters too. Now up next is like mostly all just like animated like films, like but they're like DC like films, you know, like all like the animated ones. So up next I have and they're not in order. Like this is Superman, Batman, Public Enemies on Blu-ray. Superman, Batman, Apocalypse. Then Batman and Harley Quinn. I saw this in the theaters. This was like a Phantom event where they had to plan for like a couple of nights, and I actually saw this in the theater. That was awesome. I have Wonder Woman, Bloodlines, and the Lego Batman movie. Now this is really isn't part of those. This actually came to like a theater. This was like a major film, you know. But I saw this in the theaters too as well. And Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay. Batman Unlimited, Animal Instincts. Another Batman Unlimited film, Monster Mayhem. Batman Ninja. And Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Batman Return of the Caped Crusaders. Now this is based on the classic TV series, you know, but it was an anime. And this was in the theaters. I actually saw this in the theaters. It was like a couple nights only. Then Batman versus Two-Face. And this is like a sequel to that, you know. This is based on like the classic TV series, like the Adam West, Burt Ward, you know, Batman and Robin. Then I have Batman Gotham by Gaslight. Batman The Dark Knight Returns, Part 1. Then also have Batman The Dark Knight Returns, Part 2. Batman vs. Robin. Batman Bad Blood. This is Justice League versus the Fatal Five. Justice League The Throne of Atlantis. Justice League versus Teen Titans. Justice League Gods and Monsters. And Justice League Dark. Next I have Batman Assault on Arkham. Then also have Son of Batman. Now this is one of my favorite DC films too as well. I think this was awesome, you know. Then I have Batman Hush, which is also like on 4K too as well. Batman Year One. And The Death of Superman. I only have Part 1. I wanted to get Part 2, but for some reason I missed that. I actually got to see this in the theater too when they actually brought Part 2 out. They actually showed both of them together in the theater, so I went and saw them in the theaters too. But this does have a sequel to it, which I don't have, you know, but I saw it, you know. Then I also have Batman The Killing Joke right here. I saw this in the theaters too. They had like a special like a couple of nights where it was only showing like a couple of nights, you know. Because the first showing was actually sold out. I missed the actual one. It was sold out, but I actually made like the next one, you know. And here's a Superman Red Sun on 4K Blu-ray. Then Justice League Dark Apocalypse War on 4K, Blu-ray. Then the Teen Titans, The Judas Contract. Then I have Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge on 4K Blu-ray. So yeah, there you have it. There's like my entire Blu-ray collection. And I actually have more DVDs than that too as well. And I bet I probably missed a couple of Blu-rays too that I couldn't dig out, So yeah, that was my collection, Blu-ray collection. I still, like I said, I had a bunch of DVDs, actually more DVDs than that, But please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.